Well, that O'Leary line was very impressive tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real positive thing for us because, I mean, we've had with the Michael Graham's line, it's been the more impressive line in some nights too. So, but I was really happy with both Pavanka and Cam Burke's line too. So, offensively, obviously, 19's line did some really good things. But I was happy with all, with our whole group tonight. There wasn't many guys that weren't playing.
And it looked like you came out a little better tonight than you did your first two games.
Yeah, and that's important. We gotta get off to better starts than what we did in the exhibition game and then Friday night. So, getting the first goal certainly helps. And then the only goal they scored was a face-off goal that really Bishop probably had no chance on because it was redirected in front. So I was pleased with his performance too. First time he's played back-to-back in college hockey. So. But our team played really well in front of him. It's not like he had to make spectacular saves. I don't know if we gave up an odd man rush. So if we did, I have to look at it on film. But our guys played real sound.
Coach, what was the message to the team after the game Friday? Obviously unusual where you had the off day on Saturday. What was the message?
I usually try to keep my message on post-game on Friday nights minimal, and then I deal with them on Saturday. So, no, Saturday I told them that I think we can be better. Because we did give up, odd man rush. We turned pucks over a little too often. I didn't think we played poorly Friday night, but they're a hard team to play against, and they definitely forced us to make mistakes. But we made some adjustments, and our guys, for the most part, executed on those adjustments just by the way they play.
Can you elaborate a little bit on Bishop's performance? Just does that give you a little more confidence? I don't know that you didn't have any in him, but does it give you a little more confidence that he can fill in and play that role for you?
Well, I expected that he'd get a game or two here in the first month. We planned all along, way back since we knew Cale was coming back. After some serious conversations with St. Cyr, because Dylan's a good goaltender, and he could have certainly been playing these games, but he wanted to maintain his red shirt, so he has 2 full years to play potentially. But he's going to have some competition by the looks of it. So. I think that the Bishop is a lot like Cale in the fact he's very composed, doesn't get rattled. That first goal Friday night that took a bad bounce off the boards didn't affect him, and that's a real positive trait. He's really, for me, I'm just getting to know him as a goaltender, but I've been really impressed with him in the goalie sessions. And when we talk about the position, he's asking questions, and yet he's got his own thoughts on things. But he's very composed, and he's got a chance to be a really good goaltender at the college level.
You learned that you can play from behind a little bit. Is there something to be said for being able to play with a lead?
Yes, I mean, going into the third period, I told him this is a chance to show your maturity as a team. You want to simplify your game. You don't want to turn pucks over. You don't want to have 3 guys caught low, give up odd man rushes. But frankly, I was more impressed with our guys after we got the 5-1 lead. We didn't start getting individualistic, which happens. Teams in the past I've had that have got individualistic in the, when you get a big lead, they're all thinking about getting points or whatever. But our guys stayed the course, which is really impressive to me because that doesn't normally happen with teams that I've had. But it's a real positive sign.
I know you talked about wanting to focus on development early in the season through this first 2-game set. Did you get what you wanted out of your guys? Or
yeah, I mean, these were good games for us. I mean, Air Force pushed us right to the limit. I mean, they worked as hard as any team in the country. And, tonight I thought we bypassed a lot of their pressure sooner, which was the key thing for us to, get out of our zone quicker, get through the neutral zone a little bit better. And then we made some nice plays in the offensive zone, moving the puck sooner, and our point men did a better job of not getting shots blocked as consistently because they do a really good job of getting in shot lanes. So, all in all, the guys made the adjustments that they needed to, but they, I was really pleased with their focus. I was a little nervous about them going to the football game and day off in between, but they must have handled it very well because, they played well tonight.
What'd you like about your power play tonight?
It scored.
They scored, but they also threw the puck around.
Yeah, they moved the puck. They made, you have to make, the first couple of games, we're making 3 passes and the third one's in the skates or a bad pass. Tonight we zipped it around. I thought the ice conditions were better today for whatever reason. Maybe because, I don't know, it was a afternoon game or whatever it was, but I felt like the puck wasn't bouncing as much. But regardless of that, I thought that the guys moved the puck much better, and you know, they have the ability to have, you know, both units to be successful. But tonight it was the O'Leary unit, and you know, hopefully we have two units that are going to contribute.
What do you like about O'Leary? I mean, what does he do for you on the ice as far as he seems a very physical kind of.
Well, he's playing with a lot more intensity right now,
Yeah.
because that's something that you know, I challenged him for 2 years now to play a more intense game, and I give him all the credit in the world so far this season. Like, he's been dialed in, because I've always thought, you know, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but when he plays intense and gets, you know, gritty, he's got good instincts and he can make a play. When he plays with that physicality, just like Tyson, when they play physical, they're better players, because it gets them more physically engaged and it creates space for each other by playing physical. So, you know, I thought Michael, you know, right now he's really had a good start. You know, we needed that. You know, we needed him to take over, you know, to be that first line center potentially. You know, I like to think we have two first lines, but you know, I thought that you know, he's showing real good stuff right now, and that's really good for our team.
You get a bit of a break. How valuable is that to maybe just reassess a little bit, and how do you maybe spend?
Well, I'm not a fan of bye weeks, but just because of the way we had to schedule our week, the thing I'm not a fan of is we have to take 3 days off next weekend. You know, because of the 132-day rule, we have to find ways to get those 132 days pushed into the season, and we have to take 3 days off. So I'm not a big fan of that right now, this early in the year. But you know, we'll have a good week Tuesday through Friday, and you know, it will give us a chance to work on some things that we haven't spent a lot of time on, which is going to be really important. And you know, we'll try to do some competing so we don't lose our edge. Because you know, we turn around and play another team that's a much improved team last year, and they're probably even better this year, in my opinion. I mean, they took Denver to the, you know, who's supposed to be a top 5 team, top 4 team in the country, to 2, you know, 1-goal games. One was in overtime, I believe. So we're gonna have our hands full. They got to go to Michigan first, but you know, we'll take advantage of this week as far as, hopefully it's more time for Cale to get healthy. But Cale's going to have to earn his way back in there by the looks of things, so we'll see how that goes.
Thanks, Coach.